Hi, this is Carl with Kenosha Military Surplus and Historic Military Impressions, located in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Your leader in museum quality exhibits to add value to public events. This evening, we're going to talk about World War II American combat helmets. On the table before me, you see a large selection of them. We're going to start out with the model 1917 A1 helmet. It basically has this classic World War I style helmet, except they upgraded the suspension and the chin strap to make it a little more durable. This style of helmet, American service members were wearing when we were attacked at Pearl Harbor and during the Battle of Wake Island. 1941-42, the United States stopped using year of acceptance for model numbers of military equipment. So the next helmet we have is the M1 helmet. The first version of it, it had a steel pot with a detachable liner. The first liners, they call them Haley liners, was basically like a paper mache liner with gray rayon for the webbing. This leather chin strap was also permanently affixed to the helmet, so if it broke, there was no way to replace it without replacing the liner. These types of liners, this is the first version. The second version, they modified the chin strap so it was removable, and this rayon was replaced with a cotton khaki webbing, very similar to the rest of the World War II style helmet liners. Like I said, if these got wet, they basically crushed easy, they were disintegrated. So these liners, especially one like this that's in pristine condition, are extremely rare and extremely valuable. The original helmets were what they call fixed bale. In other words, the little metal piece that looks like a U that attached the chin strap to the helmet was fixed. It could not move. The problem is a lot of GIs would sit on them and it would break them off. So they had to go to swivel bale, which I will show you in a few moments. There's also this rim around the outer edge, this seam, where it connected from the front and the back. The piece, it connects right here on the front. So you'll hear another term called front seam helmets. The seam was moved to the rear roughly in 1944. Another way to know if you have a good World War II helmet is to look at the lot number on the inside. If it's less than 1300, it's most likely a World War II produced helmet shell. The new type of liner they replaced it with, they call them high pressure or low pressure. This is a high pressure example. Basically, they were fiberglass. And as you can see, the suspension on the inside was a cotton webbing that was khaki in color. And there's two little pins on the sides here that allowed you to attach the secondary chin strap that most of the time you see braced across the front of the helmet. The little A connectors also on early ones will be unpainted. And in the very top of the crown, you could find the manufacturer. There are several manufacturers like Firestone that made helmet shells for the war. As I had indicated, the fixed bale helmets were replaced with swivel bale helmets. This chin strap now, it has a little D-ring or oval or ring that basically will move back and forth. So if you sit on it, you can actually fold them out of the way to protect it so it doesn't break off. Another thing I like looking for to help me identify liners that are World War II, a lot of times they would put rank and or badges on this if they wore the liner by itself, like a parade helmet. So there's a little pinhole here, a little rivet that you could put the badge through and then screw it on the inside. Later ones, this would disappear and there would be no hole in the front of the helmet liner. Another thing that you've noticed is that World War II helmets tend to be darker in color than post-war helmets. Even if it's a World War II shell that's front seam, you might find that they're darker in paint or lighter in paint. The original helmets used cork for texture. Cork is darker, so when they painted them, the helmet had a darker appearance to it. However, when they started redoing them for Korea, they changed the cork to sand. So not only will the helmet feel more like a sandpaper, it'll be brighter green in color. You also find examples like this one where there's leadership markings on it. This one would be for an NCO. And this example here would be for an officer. In this case, it also has painted on captain's rank. Sometimes you would find that the rank was also actual pin rank that was brazed to the helmet. And a lot of times you'll find that if you notice the reinforcement around the bottom edge is a lot shinier, and that's because a lot of them were made out of stainless steel. It didn't hold paint well, so a lot of times you'll have this shiny edge on the front of the helmet. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. And again, I'm Carl Bogar for Kenosha Military Surplus and Historic Military Impressions. If you like these videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, or you can find us on Facebook. Our store, Kenosha Military Surplus, is located at HMI Surplus, or our exhibit and classroom pages for our exhibits that we do elsewhere, or the classes that we do here at our location in Kenosha, you can find at HMI History. Thank you, and I hope you have a great evening.